So, hello everyone. Welcome you all to my online class of communication skills. In last session, we discussed about the what is communication, types of communication, and the communication goals. In today's video, we are going to discuss the rest part of the types of communication in details. So, let's start today's video. Types of communication. On the basis of flow, communication can be divided in a three subordinate parts, that is vertical, crosswise or a diagonal or a horizontal. Communication is of the utmost importance when running a business. There are three main types of communication flow within a business: horizontal, crosswise or a diagonal or a vertical. So let's start with horizontal communication. Horizontal communication, also known as lateral communication. So horizontal communication takes place when employees at the same level interact. Peer communication is a time saving and allows workers to coordinate tasks with one another. Horizontal communication also allows for greater cooperation and problem solving. When workers share information and brainstorm solution to problems, things runs more smoothly and utmost important improve. Think of horizontal communication as the embodiment of the popular saying two heads better than one. So second one is vertical. Vertical communication flows a lower level of an organization hierarchy of a higher level. In practice, workers use vertical, allowing lower level worker to have a say in a operation is imperative to business success. One reason for this is that even the lowest level employees have a unique perspective on this work and what is needed to get the job. For example, say a CEO sets a target that each member of the company's sales team must sell rupees 10,000 of a product each month. The sales team knows that this target is not achievable within the current work expectations. If even the most successful sellers are barely hitting rupees 10,000 each month, the sales team can use vertical communication to inform the CEO that the target is out of reach. So same crosswise or a diagonal. Crosswise communication simply means that order come from top and make their way through the workforce. The form of communication is hierarchical in nature. However, crossword communication is helpful and necessary in many instances. One example of crossword communication is a superior setting a deadline and creating target for subordinates. Another example is employees reviews. Ultimately, crossword communication lays out work objectives and help clarify the details of necessary tasks. So also say crosswise communication is very important in an organization. It helps organization to achieve its success. So third one types of a communication on the basis of expression. The communication is divided into three types: oral, written, and gesture understandings. Word, picture, action are the media used for exchanging information and understanding between different problems. The communication purpose, audience, qualities of the communication, and the situation must be considered in selecting the media of a communication. So, the first one is oral communication. The oral or a verbal communication implies the conveying of a message through a spoken words. It is face-to-face communication between individuals and includes communication through telephone, intercom, and public speech, etc. In every organization, a great deal of information is exchanged orally and it is generally preferred to written communication. Theo Hyman pointed out the human voice can impact the message with meaning and shading which even long pages. of a written words simply cannot convey. The important feature of oral communication is that real meaning is conveyed by manner of tone of the voice or the facial expression of a communicator and communicate. It may take the following forms depending upon the needs and situations. That is face to face talks, telephone conversation, interviews, meetings, lectures, etc. Second one is written. Communication through words may be in the writing or oral. Written communication implies the transmission of a message in black and white. It includes diagrams, pictures, graphs, etc., reports, for efficient running of the organization. Written communication ensures that everyone concerned has the same information. It provides a permanent record of a communication for future reference. Written instructions are essential when the action called for is vital and complicated. To be effective, written communication should be clear, concise, correct, and complete. It may take the following forms like reports, circulars, magazine, newspaper, manual, memorandum, etc. The last one is gesture. Communication does not mean merely written or oral messages. It includes everything that may be used to convey meaning from one person to another. Example, movement of lips, or the wink of an eye, or the wave of hands may convey more meaning than written or oral words. Expression through body parts is known as a gestural or non-verbal communication. It includes facial expression, movement of lips, winks of an eye, nodding of a head, movement of hands, a sense of humor, or a mere silence, etc. Gestural communication is also known as gesticulation and is frequently used as a supplementary method of a communication. It helps of make common effect communication effective. So that's all about the communication. In next session, we discuss about the barriers to communication and the types of barrier in a communication. So thank you for today.